December the 14th. It's the opening day of the West Virginia muzzleloader season. Big Al and Jared and myself are supposed to be heading over to the hunting lease to do a little bit of black powder hunting, muzzleloader hunting, whatever you want to call it. But wake up at 4:30 and it's pouring the rain. Temperatures hovering around 34, 33, 36 degrees. I just checked outside. I mean, it's about almost 5:30 right now, and it's just starting to snow. Big 50-cent piece size snowflakes. So it's still a mixture of rain and snow. So I've texted Jared. We were going to ride together. Big Al was taking his truck, but I texted Jared. We're going to wait it out, see what happens. You know, we don't want to get soaking wet, not with what is currently going on in 2020. We don't want to risk catching the flu, a cold, pneumonia, or the other thing. So we're kind of waiting it out. I've already texted Alvin, told him not to head over, that I would let him know when we go, but he's only hunting maybe half a day. Supposed to have a contractor come and look at his mom's house. They got a roof leak and he needs to be there. So just wanted to give an update. We are planning to muzzleloader hunt, but I don't know if we're going to get out early or what. We're trying to figure out where to hunt on the lease. I kind of hate trying to go somewhere else because I never know where anybody else is hunting. Don't want to encroach on anybody else. Everybody knows where we hunt, and pretty much, you know, we respect everybody's boundaries. They respect ours. So just have to wait and see. So if I've got something else, I'll be back when we're on our way. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Here's what it looks like. Big snowflakes. It has stopped raining, but it's now big, heavy, wet snow falling. So we'll just have to wait and see. Well, I'm on my way to get Jared. It's 7:29, and I'll show you what it looks like out here. Winter Wonderland. I mean, I'm in full-wheel drive. This just happened. I mean, I was up at 4:15. It was pouring the rain. Then I got up at 5 o'clock. It was still raining. Then probably about 15-20 after 5, it started snowing. So we're gonna try it, maybe. I'll just have to see what happens. So stay tuned. Okay, folks, we're here. Look at this. Look at this. The whole first week of buck season, no snow. And here we are, snow. And this all fell this morning between...
This fell in the past 3 hours.
Yeah, in the past 3 hours. And we're out here on the opening day of muzzleloader season. We're going to give it a try. This is supposed to stop around noon. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Believe it or not, it's actually lightened up a little bit.
Yeah, it has. This is a fine snow instead of the quarter to 50-cent piece size wet snow that we got first thing this morning after the rain. And so we're going to get ready and head into the woods. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the woods.
Good morning, everybody. Today's December the 14th, 2020, and it's the first day of muzzleloader season. Check this out. we got up this morning, or I got up this morning at 4 o'clock, and it was pouring the rain. I mean, pouring the rain. Now, it's pouring the snow. And I'll guarantee you, we have about 3 inches of snow. It's a heavy, wet snow. And we're over here on the hunting club. Jody and Jared's already heading to their spots. I'm in my spot, right below my tree stand. And it's about, I don't know, 15 till 9. Right at 15 till 9, something like that. I think it's right at 15 till 9. And I'm going to have to cut my day short today because my mom has some people coming to look at her house to do some work, and I got to be there for her. So it's going to kind of ruin my day, but cut my day short at the same time. That's okay. I got all week. But anyways, the roads are bad to get over here. That's one thing that took some time. Plus, it's snowing like crazy. And, man, I tell you, this is wild. You wake up and it's pouring rain. Hour later, you got snow. And a couple hours later, you got 3 inches. So, but anyways, we're over here hunting. And we're going to see what we can get. Hopefully, the deer are moving today. And we can get something for you. And I'm hoping we can get one. All of us can get one. One of us can get one or something. I have never taken one with the muzzleloader, so I'm hoping this year's my year. So we'll try it and see what the good Lord brings us and go from there. So remember, we'll see you in the woods. Stay tuned.
There goes Jared. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's done got a pretty good piece away from there he is. He's going out to his stand. Gonna go over and drop down in the hollow and watch it. Of course, I'm sitting up here in my seat. Heard him watch this hollow down through here and then back over towards the four-wheeler trail and the knoll. It's still coming down, but it's a real fine snow now, as you can tell. So Howland split up from us. He went out a point past his tree stand to watch underneath the pines. We don't know if the deer are moving this morning or if they're held up in the laurel, maybe in the pines, kind of stay out of this snow. Because like I said, 4:20 to about 5:15 this morning, it was pouring the rain. And then it started this wet snow. So just stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures and we'll let you know if anything happens.
Good morning, everybody. Today is December 14th. It's the opening day of the West Virginia muzzleloader season. Me, Dad, and Alvin are over here on the hunting club. I'll try to see if we can't score on the deer. Crazy weather. Yesterday it was in the 50s. Me and Dad went up to camp and walked up on the mountain and pulled our cameras, and all we wore was a t-shirt and a long sleeve wool shirt. Wasn't really bad at all. And then temperatures dropped last night. Early this morning, about 5 o'clock, it was pouring the rain, and we decided to stay in until the rain stopped. Well, the rain turned into this snow that you see right now, and it's putting it down. Right now I'm hiding underneath a pine tree to try to stay out of the snow. Probably the same thing the deer are doing. So we're going to give it a shot this morning. Y'all stay with us, and maybe we'll get some action for you. But I know These deer probably aren't going to move until this storm lightens up a little bit. But we're going to give it our best. So, y'all stay tuned.
Hey everybody. Big Al behind the camera. Whoops, sorry about that. And it is still pouring the snow. And you can tell I have moved locations. Sat in that spot about an hour. And just didn't like it. Didn't see no tracks. Anything of that sort. So I said, well, I'll mosey around to the other side of the hill. Excuse me for a second. Don't mean to move the camera. Sorry about that, folks. But let me turn the camera real slow this way. I was over on that side over there of the ridge, and didn't see anything. Seen a squirrel first thing when I walked in, but that's all I've seen. And a lot of limbs on that side. It's a heavy wet snow, folks, and a lot of limbs cracking, breaking, falling on that side. I heard some on this side too. I'm under a pine, as you can see, and it's a big pine. Give me a little bit of protection. But I am in the spot where Jared harvested his doe last year. I believe it was his doe last year, and with a muzzleloader. And I'm gonna try to stick it out here until I leave, because like I said, I gotta leave earlier than Jody and Jared. I like this spot. It's wide open. I can see down in the bottom. I can see on the hillside to my left. I can see on the hillside over to my right. So it's a good spot. Deer do travel up through here and back and forth. So stick with J&J True Outdoor Adventures. I'm sure Jody and Jared will both have videos for you after a while. I'm going to try to make it back out this week sometime. Don't know if I can or not. But if not, we'll be with you Saturday. So stick with us. And remember, we'll see you in the woods.
Well, as you can see, it's still snowing. And it's snowing pretty good. I don't know if you can see that real good or not. But it is really snowing, real fine stuff. And there's tree limbs bouncing everywhere. And tree limbs breaking off everywhere. Might be too dangerous to be out here actually hunting, because this is a wet, heavy snow. Stay tuned.
While it's nasty out here, pouring the snow, snow's sticking to everything, snow's falling out of the tree, I'm underneath this pine tree where there isn't any snow, and the canopy of the tree is bowed down all the way around it, acting as a natural blind. Once you get back up in here, there's really no snow under here. And I can see out, the camera might not be able to pick it up, but I can see out all the way around me. And there's a little bit of water coming out of the tree, where the snow in the upper limbs is starting to melt where I'm in here breathing and everything. But it's better than sitting out in that wet snow and getting soaked to the bone. Of course, my jacket's waterproof, my pants are water resistant. And the tree just dropped some snow on me. But it's still better than sitting out in that.
Hey everybody, it's time for me to head back. I didn't see anything, of course, but I think where this front moved in as fast as it did, I believe it's got them held up for today. Tomorrow might be a better day. This next week, we're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches. I heard on the radio, Jared said that when he looked, we're supposed to get up to 12 inches, 10 to 12 inches, I think, by Thursday. So Saturday might be a great day. We don't know. So maybe in the next couple of days it'll turn around for us. So like I said, I figure him and Juddy's got some videos to come out after this. But I have to head home and get some stuff taken care of. So I'm heading out. So this is Big Al signing off, saying you guys stay safe, stay warm. Until next time, I'll see you in the woods.
Well, there goes Jared. We're both out of the woods. There's trees falling left and right. I mean, I don't know if you can see up on top of these trees, but the snow is laying heavily on them. And actually, Jared, I think heard one big tree fall. I seen 2 trees fall. Not the limbs break out, but the trees themselves just fell over. So we decided to get out of the timber, get into the select cut, clear cut, and we're checking things out because it's just too dangerous to be in the woods. And I'm hoping Big Al has got out of the woods. He's leaving about 11:30. It's about 10:30 now. So, yeah, it's just too dangerous to stay in the woods with all this wet, heavy snow, and it's still coming down. So this may be a short hunt today. It's supposed to stop about noon, but I don't know if you can risk being in the woods. There's just a slight breeze blowing, but you can see all that snow. Let me see if I can zoom in on it for you. You gotta remember I got gloves on. It's gonna be kind of hard to zoom in. And I may have snow on my camera now, I don't know. But you look back up through there, that goes back up towards Big Al's. I'm hearing the limbs pop. So you just stay tuned. Okay, folks, Jared and I are in the woods. We're hunting. We're on the Power Line right-of-way road. We have seen dozens and dozens of deer tracks. Yes, now some of them are from yesterday, maybe last night, but there were some fresh ones that we seen. We started in the woods. Sunrise wasn't until 7:35, and we started into the woods about 20 after 7, I think. And we kind of just decided to walk the lower road below where we usually park. Jared's hunting up there, and he's watching down across where the creek is over there. And I'm watching the roadway. There's a skid road that comes down right through there, and it's like a deer highway. There's a path over to the dirt in the snow where they come down. They come in here, and where they piled up these pieces of trees and tops and everything. They've been on that feeding around or something. And then of course they've walked this edge all the way up through here, up to where Jared is. Like I said, he's not watching down here. He's watching, he's scoping. Don't know if he sees something. Nope, he didn't see nothing. So we'll let you know what goes on. Don't have a tripod with me, so I can't set the camera up just to record. But we're giving it our best bet on this Friday, December the 18th. After today, there's 2 more days. Like I said, we'll hunt Saturday, unless we get one today, and we won't hunt Sunday because we just don't hunt Sundays. So stay tuned. Well, just after I ended that first segment of the video, Jared got a shot at the doe. The only problem was he'd emptied his gun after we got home Monday. You know, we had that rain and then wet snow and everything, and he'd emptied his gun, took out the powder, took out the bullet and everything, and he set those out and let his gun dry out and everything. But when we got over here today, he put that charge back in. You learn from your mistakes. He put that charge back in, and when he seen that doe, I just happened to look up. I didn't put the camera away, and I just happened to look up. And it was about 8:30, and I seen him scoping, and I seen him bring his gun down. He was looking, and he brought the scope back up again, and the gun went off. And it went off, but for us reloaders, it almost sounded like a squib load. It wasn't a big kaboom. It was a kind of a fizzled kaboom, and there was smoke, but it just did not look right. Because when I was watching him, and I didn't bring the camera up to try to get a video of it while he was aiming, but when he shot, it just did not go off like a inline muzzleloader with 209 primer and 150 grains of powder. And I got up here and he told me where she was at, and I'll get up here and kind of show you. And the distance would have been, the distance it was, if he'd have had a fresh powder in it, I'm sure he would have probably got it because it wasn't that far. Let me get up here. Oh, there he comes. Jared's coming up right behind me, but he was right here, and I'll show you where that deer was roughly at. He said he come out from behind that laurel and he got an opening and he took the shot. That's not too far for that muzzleloader, but with that, undoubtedly the powder had to be damp from Monday, and it didn't go off good. So you didn't see nothing, huh? Didn't see her tracks? Or?
Oh no, I found her track.
Oh, okay.
There's tons of tracks. That whole bottom ain't nothing but track.
That's a hard walk out of there, especially.
I crossed the creek, and I went up to the railroad, walked all the way around.
Oh gosh, I thought I'd see you when I come up through here. I thought I'd see you on this trail.
It's too hard to try to come back up through here, so I just crossed the creek. Thank the Lord for whoever invented muck boots.
All right, folks, I'm gonna let Jared catch his breath. I ain't gonna sit there and let him tell the story or anything. He's been on a long haul and just got back up here, so stay tuned. Well, it's about 12 o'clock. Me and Jared been doing a little walking. Alvin finally showed up. We went back to the truck to drink some warm coffee, and Alvin had texted he was on his way, and that was around 10 o'clock. And he got here about 10:30, and basically we didn't know where to go and hunt. I mean, we've only seen one deer so far today, and Jared seen it, I didn't, and he got the shot and didn't get it. But we've kind of split up, went our own separate ways, and I've been doing a lot of still hunting, and I haven't seen anything. I see tracks, and they're older tracks because they got snow in them. Haven't seen nothing really fresh. Talked to one of the club members just as after we got back to the truck, he had pulled in behind us and sat there for a long time. Then he went on down the road. And then 20-30 minutes later, he come back up through there just before Alvin got here. And the reason why he'd pulled in behind us, he was right at a gate, which we were parked below the gate, past it. Coming down the road, the regular paved road, they'd seen him and his son seen 4 deer bedded over in a select cut. And of course, you know, they're ethical hunters. They didn't get out and try to shoot from the road or nothing like that. But they jumped up and they started down towards where me and Jared was at in the truck. So they had come down and was just sitting there to see if they crossed the gated road. And apparently they didn't come that way. And of course, after they talked to me and Jared a little bit later, Jared walked back in there. He said they never did cross the road, so he didn't know where they went to. But they'd seen those 4 bedded down, jumped up and went into the timber. Jared seen the one, got a shot at it, and I haven't seen nothing. And like I said, Big Al got here, and we got into the woods about 15 to 11, and now I'm headed out towards my tree stand, and it's a long walk from where we parked the truck, but I'm just taking my time, looking way out in front of me, and seeing if I see anything, and that way, if I do, I'll try to get in position or whatever. But just want to give you an update. This is what it looks like over here. Everything is covered with snow, and where we had freezing rain yesterday, it's all stuck. None of it's melting off, but that's what it looks like. So stay tuned.
Hey everybody. Of course, you know this is Big Al. It is December the 18th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is next to our last day of muzzleloader season. Actually, Sunday's the last day, but we have today and tomorrow. But I got in here late because I had a doctor's appointment. Messed my whole day up. Jody and Jared was in here earlier. Jared got a shot at one, but for some reason his powder was damp and didn't go off, and then he got a shot at her and missed. But my day's been messed up because of my doctor's appointment. And, you know, sometimes you just can't get right, can't get comfortable, so you just don't hunt. So I figure I'm going to call it a day. Jared went up the road. He's calling it a day, I think, to look into clear cut. But we're waiting on Juddy. He's in the woods hunting. We're just going to let him hunt and see what he does. But we'll be back out tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some good luck then. So stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures, and we'll see what we can bring you, and we'll see you in the woods.